Good morning and welcome to Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Quintard Avenue in Anniston. It is Wednesday, March 20th, and we are so happy to have you joining us this morning. Wednesday morning means it's Oven Odyssey Wednesday. That's always a happy day. We have Susan Shipman.
Hi.
Hi, Susan.
How are we doing?
Great, wonderful. This is, of course, one of my favorite days.
Yes.
I enjoy every day, but, when you add food to it, and you get to eat some delicious creations by Chef Dave in the house. Good morning. And we have our friend John Garlic. He likes to come along for the food.
I do too, because I get hungry every now and again. This is just a great way to start your midweek hump day.
It is.
With some of Chef Dave's great cooking. And look, he's got... Are you really making cannolis?
I'm making cannoli.
Ooh, we have
goodness.
cannolis.
Cannoli in the house.
We missed you last
Good day to be here.
Wednesday.
I know. I was busy doing like making money.
Yeah.
That's important.
It was so...
Well, I was in Tuscaloosa last Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
I teach at the Law Enforcement Academy down there 4 times a year. So when I go
Nice.
down, I have to do 2 days. So I spend the night in Tuscaloosa. So
Okay.
yes, leave about 5 a.m. and
That's a fun place.
it is a fun place. The
Yeah.
academy's nice, and I got to have dinner with a friend I hadn't seen in a while, and he and I had a nice chat. And so it was
Nice.
it's a good trip, yeah. But I'm glad to be here now. 'Cause
Well, you missed a
Glad you're
caudal.
here. I was thinking about
I missed
you.
what?
A caudal.
Yeah,
a caudal.
Dublin
A
caudal.
Dublin caudal.
Stew thing.
Yeah. Oh, that was.
And it was delicious.
Yes, it was.
We needed you here in the kilt and the bagpipe.
That would have been very good. We could have had it there for sure.
And I have to say, the
You can
cake,
still do that.
the cake, Miss Susan made a cake, and it was green inside, and it had that delicious cream cheese icing, and it was fantastic.
It was
You know,
good, wasn't it?
Yes.
I love that. And, Lacey would be jealous that we're having cannolis.
Oh, does she love cannolis?
Well, we have a cannoli bit on Shop 24.
Oh, well, look, you can take her one. You get some bonus
Well, I won't see
points.
Lacey till next Monday, so it won't.
Oh, sorry.
But I'll definitely take one
Okay.
home that I'll say I'll gift to her.
You can actually pop them in the freezer.
I can't.
Really?
Yeah, if there were any remaining, to
Just
to
put them in the
go
freezer.
in the freezer, you can.
I've
Absolutely.
never had that issue with dessert.
No.
Oh, I've never had much left over.
Yeah.
Miss Susan sent home with me the rest of the cake, and it was gone within moments. I had to hide it from the kids until I made sure I had some.
If I had a fork in the truck, it wouldn't have made
No,
it home.
I know, really. I may have, taken a bite off of it here and there. And I got to take some of the caudal home as well, and got to share it with my family. That was dinner that night, and they loved it. It was so good. So I was like, yeah, look what I made for everybody. I'm just kidding. I gave you the credit. They knew better.
They didn't recognize
They wouldn't
the
have
pot,
believed
so.
me. Yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't have believed me. Well, Chef Dave, let's check in with you. What are you cooking up for us this morning?
Good morning, happy Wednesday. So we're going to do a traditional carbonara today, which is really the sauce is based on eggs instead of cream. So unlike an Alfredo, we're going to cream it with eggs and egg yolks. It's got bacon. We're going to add a little garlic to it, and it's going to be lovely.
Yum.
So,
So bacon and garlic, those are two of our favorite
Yes.
exactly.
things.
Yes.
And cheese.
It has to be. All right, then.
So how do
There
you
go.
cream something with an egg?
We're going to use the bacon grease and a little of the pasta water to add to the eggs, and we're not going to actually cook the pasta water and the grease and the heat from the saute will cook the eggs in a bowl instead of putting them in the pan so they don't scramble. So it's going to make a nice, smooth, creamy,
What?
glossy sauce. So
So
carbonara
bacon-
came from, again, a World War II dish when protein was tight in Italy, and the Americans brought a lot of pork with them on the ships, and the Italian chefs used that and said, all right, we'll bake that. So traditional Italian dishes are very rustic, very simple. This is a 5-ingredient dish, and it's something that you can do at home in about 15, 20 minutes, and easy peasy. You got a nice, smooth, creamy dish.
I like
and
creamy
no butter.
dishes.
So no cream, no butter today.
Huh. So great for people who are lactose intolerant? Is that
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really? So this is something I could cook. My husband struggles with not being able to eat cheese. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But, you know, we work around it. But this could be something, so I'm going to have to take note.
Yes,
Wow.
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, good deal.
So that's interesting that it came out of World War II.
I always love the history behind the
Yeah.
food that Chef Dave gives to us.
The history of food.
The history of food.
It's another book, Chef Dave.
Absolutely.
Ooh, I would read that
Yeah,
book.
the history of food.
You know, a lot of the traditional Italian dishes that we eat here in America came from immigrants and came from war-era dishes. And most of the Italian dishes they're very simple. They're very rustic. They're inexpensive, typically.
We Americans tend to complicate all of that.
Absolutely. And,
Of course we do.
If you read Italian recipe books, they're a lot more simple than in ingredients than what we do here.
Huh. Now, is it true that pasta came from China and the Orient?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it's not an Italian.
Well, no, but it was, who was the great Italian explorer that brought it back? Marco Polo.
There you go.
Yeah.
History lesson.
Yeah, Marco Polo. Remember when you were a kid in the pool and you
Oh, yeah, Marco Polo.
Yeah, I don't know why we did
I was
that.
mostly just trying to not drown.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Imagine
Very
traveling to the Orient and going, look, what is this? Someone bring it home to my, we will cook it. Because apparently in Italy, they'll cook whatever comes off a boat, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, it's that,
So you're
that-
adding cheese and we're no longer lactose.
well, it's it's
They put the cheese
ish.
on there.
It's this is
it's a
again
quality.
a Pecorino Romano. You could use Parmigiano Reggiano, which is from dairy. Pecorino is a goat cheese. Got some pasta rocking out here.
Now he
Got
can
some-
eat goat cheese. So goat cheese kind of has a little different. It's more like the cheese from cow's milk.
Well, you
though.
think of
The
a
hard
traditional
cheese,
creamy
maybe.
goat cheese. This is
Okay.
a Pecorino Romano is a hard aged cheese.
Oh,
So we're
Well,
going to
maybe the goat versus cow.
grate
Yeah.
or microplane about
See?
3/4 of a cup of cheese. We've got a little under a half pound of bacon. Got a little garlic. Got the pasta going. We've got some fresh eggs from the chickens.
the chickens! Thank you,
they're
chickens.
garden today. Yay.
Thank you, chickens. As
And
it
if-
gets warmer out, you'll have more eggs,
Yes,
right?
yes, they've been kind of tight with me the past couple of days. It's okay though. I trust them.
Yes. Sometimes we
their
all just
only
need a
job.
little break.
Do you
Yeah.
talk to them?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it turns out that chickens are really very social animals, and so they're not as stupid as they look.
I don't think chickens look stupid.
Well, okay.
Why are you so judgmental?
Exactly.
Is it because they have that little bitty head?
That makes you wonder how much could be going on up there. But then I look at us, and so
Yeah, that's right.
So that they're really they're social. They're very social animals, and so they let me pet them, and they don't so much Roscoe because he's not with them as much as I am. But we talk, and I make chicken sounds, and they know when the mama's coming. Yeah. the
Can we
chicken
hear
sounds
your
are-
chicken sounds?
Oof.
Maybe we don't put you on the
I'll have to
spot,
build up
but
to that.
okay.
They
Build up
do
to
this
chicken
thing
sounds.
when they lay an egg. It's bark, 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 bark. For real. They do that when they lay an egg. They're announcing. I don't know if they're announcing, but they do that. They're like, okay, I laid this egg, and I'm telling you that there's an
You just
egg.
did that on live television.
I
She
know.
sure did.
Yeah.
That
It was
sounded
good, wasn't it?
Well, that's
All the
that's very
chickens
good.
watching
You're
are.
welcome. The chickens are not. I can show them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show them.
They'll be very proud.
Yeah,
We should
they will
bring. You
be.
should bring a chicken one Wednesday.
Would you?
You should bring it to my show on a Wednesday night. That would be a great.
Okay.
Lacey
you
would
go.
love that.
We could bring Rosalind.
Rosalind.
She's the Rhode Island Red. She's the largest of the chickens.
Now, when you say that about Lacey, you're being.
She would love. She loves when we do animals. Just not alligators.
I
She's
watch
not-
your show.
She's not. She's not.
She
happy
wouldn't
about
even pet the
alligators.
chinchilla.
Well, she
Remember
thought it was a
when-
mouse.
Oh.
I mean, she doesn't like.
They're kind of rodent-like.
They are kind of. She's so.
It's so cute. I wanted to hold it.
Dinosaur-looking creatures and maybe mice-looking creatures.
But she would like the chicken.
I'm sure she would love a
Is the
chicken.
question going to be, will Lacey pet the chicken?
Probably. It was.
Will the
Lacey.
chicken let her?
Will Lacey eat the haggis?
She might
Will
take the
Lacey
chicken
pet the
home.
alligator. Yeah.
Tell everybody about your show, just in case they're.
So we have the John Garlic Show with Lacey and I every Wednesday night, live television just like this, 6:30 on TV24 WEAC TV, right?
That's right.
WEAC
WEAC TV 24.
TV24. Every Wednesday night, 6:30, we have guests from the community, and Lacey and I, we do our thing.
Yeah, y'all are really
fun
funny
time.
together.
It's a fun time.
It's
Yeah, you know,
nice.
we do,
It's
and we do shop.
relaxed and-
It's relaxed, yeah. I
Oh,
like
and the
relaxed.
Monday nights?
Monday nights we have Shop 24. Oh, you know, it was really funny. So our viewership on Shop 24 has like skyrocketed over the last 2
Sure.
months. Went from like 12 viewers on Facebook to like 250.
Good. Thanks
Yeah, it
for
was
watching.
good. And it's all Lacey. They all want to see Lacey.
Well.
But, I was at an event last night, and I was telling you off camera. I was at an event last night, and this guy had his camera picture thing set up, and I was talking to somebody else, and he's standing in the back. You know how somebody, they want to talk to you, right? They're kind of standing back there looking, and I'm like talking and looking like, what is this guy going to do? And so I finished talking, he comes up and he goes, my parents watch Shop 24 every Monday night. Can I get a picture with you? I'm like, oh, this is great. I had to call Lacey afterwards and say, hey, I got a fan today.
What he was thinking is, gosh, I wish Lacey was here.
Yeah, I know that.
Right. We'll take you.
Oh, that's
Don't take me,
awesome.
that's what it is.
It's such a great show. You can get
Yeah.
so many great deals and learn about local businesses, grocery stores. You can get a great discount on grocery stores, restaurants, businesses. I've learned about a few businesses by watching your show.
There's a lot of great businesses on there. We're gonna, I think we're gonna be revamping and doing different commercials, so
Okay.
that every business has a newer commercial.
Wonderful. Yes, if you have a business and you want to be featured on Shop 24, you can reach out to the television station. You can email John Garlic. How do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can email the station, or they can. That's
Call you?
probably the best way. They can
Yeah.
call me. 256-591-4022.
Oh, we just gave out
We'd be
his number,
happy
y'all.
We'll send probably Kip out to talk to you and arrange something. But we'd be happy to have you on the show, have your business on the show.
Yeah, it's great. It's really a great way for you to, especially a new business or a business where you're just looking to add more customers, and aren't we all? You can give discounted rates and get some traffic into your business. And
You know, the business that is really amazing to me that we don't sell a lot of coupons for that is Pine Hill Country Club.
oh,
It's $10 for 2 rounds. You play golf, Chef Dave?
I do not golf.
I don't golf well either. But Pine Hill Country Club's a very nice golf course. And it's 2 rounds of golf for $10.
what?
$5 for an 18-hole round of golf.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna call in and get one for my husband. He would love that. And what a great gift! Look what I got for you. And I
Yes,
only
he
spent
would love
$10. I don't have to tell him that
But I
part.
say I don't play, I play at.
Yeah, well, that's what everybody says. And I just don't play well or often. And I get my money's worth because it takes me all
The
day.
hour, yes.
Yeah, so my cost per stroke is like free.
Hey, we're going to have to go to a quick break real fast. Stay tuned. We're going to check back in with Chef Dave and see. It smells good. It smells so good in this dealership right now, so we're going to check back in with him when we get back. So stay tuned. You're watching Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here at Greenway, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Anniston.
Good morning, everyone. We have a beautiful day ahead of us. The temperatures are getting up to 70 degrees and we'll have sunny skies with no chance of rain. Then tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 68 and a 10% chance of rain. And then on Friday, the temperatures will be 65 degrees for the high. We will have a 70% of showers. So everyone enjoy today and tomorrow. I'm Lacey Klontz with your TV24 weather.
Hey everyone, I am here with Ed Pyle, General Manager at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Ed, why should someone stop by here when they are looking to make a car purchase?
To give us the opportunity to show you the new management team here at Greenway, and also give you the opportunity to meet some of the sales associates that we have, experience maybe something with the service department. Also, we have a large parts department. We have a lot of different things here at Greenway that we can offer. Come see us today at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
I have something that'll teach your child how to follow directions and finish what they start. I'm talking about STEM. That's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now we're having a free STEM extravaganza on Saturday, April 20th at the City Meeting Center in Anniston. Registration is free at academics.com. It's going to be STEM-tastic.
At Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Hey everybody, this is Roper & Son Septic Service. I'm Ashley Roper, this is my dad Dwight Roper, and this is Mr. Phil Wiggins. And we're licensed and insured for pumping and for installing. If you can't use, you can. Let Ashley Roper be your septic tank man. Y'all have a blessed day.
I'm Lacey Klontz with your WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95 Second News Update. There is an update to the accident that occurred on Sunday afternoon. Following a tragic accident in the vicinity of Highway 202 and Bynum Boulevard, the Oxford Police Department has released details regarding the incident. Per the Calhoun Journal, Captain Daniel Phipps of the Oxford Police Department confirmed that the Traffic Homicide Unit was summoned to the scene to initiate an investigation. The accident, which occurred Sunday, resulted in one fatality and left 3 individuals injured, all of whom are minors. While specifics regarding the cause of the accident are yet to be disclosed, authorities are committed to conducting a thorough inquiry into the matter. Negotiations between the Alabama House and Senate on gambling legislation are expected to continue as the second half of the 2024 legislative session began on Tuesday. The constitutional amendment, HB 151, passed in the Senate on March 8th with 1 vote to spare over the necessary 21-vote threshold by a margin of 22 to 11. Accompanying enabling legislation, HB 152, passed by the same margin. Sports betting, online gambling, or other non-PCI new casinos aren't included in the Senate's amendment like the House's version. Any new compromise legislation that included sports betting or additional Class 3 gaming would likely face an uphill battle in the Senate. And in sports, silly season for the NFL is in full effect with many key players being traded. The Baltimore Ravens have signed RB Derrick Henry to a 2-year, $16 million deal worth up to $20 million with $9 million guaranteed. Tune in to WEAC TV24 tonight for more local news at 5. For WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95.1, I'm Lacey Klontz.
Welcome back to Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here at Greenway, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Quintard Avenue in Anniston. It is Wednesday, Oven Odyssey Wednesday, March the 20th, and we have Chef Dave in the house cooking up something delicious, a little pasta dish this morning. Chef, we're going to check in with you and see how it's going because it sure is smelling really good.
We're rocking along. So our bacon is browned up. I don't want to get it too crunchy. I've got 2 whole eggs in a bowl, and then we're going to add 2 egg yolks to this.
See, look at that. He does that without the egg yolk thing.
That egg yolk
You know,
thing.
the thing
There's a
you
tool
don't-
for that.
Is there an egg yolk thing?
Yeah, there's a tool.
Just use your
I'll
hands.
show you how you do it without using your hand.
And gloves are really helpful because eggs get really sticky and you don't want to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've reserved our bacon grease. We've got the bacon. We've got 2 whole eggs, 2 egg yolks. We're going to whip this.
Whip it real good. Sorry.
And so taking out the white and just putting the yolk in makes it a richer concoction.
Really.
So how many eggs was that, and then how
That's
many egg
4
whites?
eggs total. So 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. We've got, I tossed the garlic in the pan at the last minute and let it saute a little bit. The heat is off there.
It smells so good.
We're going to add the cheese to this.
So add the cheese to the eggs.
Yes, and all of this is off the heat. So you can see you're getting a nice, thick, rich
Excuse me.
blend there. I think I've got an eggshell for John in there somewhere.
Yeah. That's,
Oh yeah, that'll be your piece.
So how do you decide if that it's like 1 whole egg and 2 egg yolks? But how do you come up with that?
So we're doing that to kind of cream it up a little bit. Really want to find that eggshell.
So the yolks without the egg white being thicker. That's what you said. right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's creamier.
Creamier. Interesting.
Makes the yolk on me. So we have our pasta cooked. We're going to add the pasta to the pan here.
Oh,
Is that where the bacon is?
yeah.
In the bacon, in the grease.
bacon and the garlic.
You see, so last time you made pasta, you like put the pasta on the plate and put the protein on top of the pasta. Now you're just throwing it all in the pan, which is what I
Exactly.
do.
I am all for it.
I'm so confused.
That's gonna really flavor up.
That's our job.
That's
Being
gonna
confused is
flavor
my
up
job.
the pasta. Does that make
So we're going to
the?
add about a cup of pasta water to the egg and cheese mix.
And it's not boiling water because it's been sitting there.
It's already
cooling
off the
a
heat,
little
it's
bit.
not boiling, so we're not, the heat of the pasta and the bacon and the water is going to cook the eggs, and that's what's going to cream it all up. So,
But it's not like scrambled eggs because
Exactly.
it's got other stuff going on.
It's got that
now we add
cheese.
all of that goodness to the pan.
Yum.
I see. So all the bacon grease, and the pasta, you just put in that big
Absolutely.
red pot thing. bowl.
What kind of noodles are they, Chef Dave?
This is angel hair. This is traditionally a spaghetti dish. You can do it with whatever you like. And then we're just going to start creaming it all together. As
Angel
you can
hair's
see,
gonna
if it's
hold
too
on
thin,
to-
you can add pasta water to it.
A lot of what's in the bowl there because there's so many different surfaces. It's a thinner pasta and it's got more surfaces for the same volume of pasta as a spaghetti does. And so it's going to hold more stuff.
If you use a thick sauce, exactly. If you do a thick sauce like this or a fettuccine alfredo, you want a flat or round pasta. If you're doing a tomato-based or a thinner sauce, you probably want something that'll hold more sauce, like a rigatoni or penne.
All kinds of different pastas.
So I think I heard something on the news about 3 or 4 years ago about some guy who invented a new pasta design that was exactly that. It was designed to hold the sauce better. And it was, I guess in the pasta circles, he was like a rock star.
Oh.
Because it made the
Pasta
news.
circles.
He was like this half-hour long explanation. Yeah.
On making
like a TED
pasta.
Talk.
Pasta dude.
It was a TED Talk. He had
Is it a
TED
pasta
about-
talk?
Yeah, on the design of pasta.
Very good.
Chef, do you ever make your own pasta? I know with this show we don't have a lot of time for that, but do you ever make your pasta?
You know, I have, and I like that. It's very time consuming. It's a great product when you can do that. Gnocchi is a fun thing to make.
Ooh, I like
You don't need a
gnocchi.
pasta roller to do that. You don't need special tools. You can do it all by hand.
I
And
like that
it's
too.
very simple. It's,
The
you know,
gnocchi.
put a lot of pepper in this dish.
Can you explain what gnocchi is? I like to eat it, but I don't know how to say it. But it's
Gnocchi
spelled
is-
G-N-O-K-E.
Don't ask me how to spell things.
Okay.
It's
CHI, I think it, because it fools you. Seems
Yeah.
it's
like
like
it's no-
asking me the health benefits of garlic.
Oh, GNOCHCH. Noah's trying to tell me how to do it.
All that and more.
Air right.
OCCI, so there's no H.
Okay.
But gnocchi
Okay.
is a potato pasta that's like little balls or nuggets.
They're so
Just
good.
roll out by hand.
Oh, I think. I've
Look how
seen that.
delicious. Oh yeah, it's really yummy.
Huh.
Yeah. If you ever see it on a menu, try it.
Okay.
For the most part. I mean, I don't think I've ever really been.
Gnocchi. I'd probably say ganaki.
I think a lot of people say
Gnocchi, yeah.
ganoche or, yeah, but it's
Give me some ganache.
gnocchi.
So we're just going to plate this up, and that's
Look at
as
that.
good as it gets right there. We're going to add a little cheese on top and a little more pepper.
So it's pasta with bacon and sauce.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Bacon and eggs. It's like breakfast.
Bacon, eggs, and pasta.
Delicious.
Wow.
Wow. That looks
pretty-
beautiful. I'm looking forward to having this.
Yes,
That's pretty amazing stuff.
bacon and
Look at that. And the presentation, as always, is gorgeous. Look at that. That looks so good. And that was simple. This is definitely something I could try at home.
Well, that's what it always amazes me when I come down here. I mean, Chef Dave does all this in a half hour,
Yeah.
and with maybe 15 minutes of prep setting up all the stuff.
It's impressive. You'd think he might have been doing this for a while. Yeah, my husband said, "Hey, you're getting all these recipes. When are you going to try one here at home?"
What's really cool is he
happening?
doesn't have like the
brought it
recipe
home
book
with you.
open, right? And it's like I've been having the book open going,
Oh, I know.
They don't want to leave anything out.
The other side of that is when it's time to post a recipe online, I'm like, I don't know what I put in
I
it.
just threw some stuff.
I don't know how much of what.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you have a cookbook, but you just kind of cook by what ingredients
working
you
on it,
have.
right?
we're working on it.
Yes.
We're working on
We're working on
a
it.
Chef
So
Dave's
that's the finished dish. It's a simple dish. It's a great starter. You could do a bigger protein as an entree. You know, traditionally Italian meals are coursed meals. You start with a light salad. You start with some, bruschetta, something like that, and then you have the pasta dish, and then you have the protein dish, and then you go into dessert, and it's a 3-hour deal. You go to dinner in Italy, it's 3 hours.
I need to
like
visit.
eating
I
for 3
know. Let's go to
hours.
Italy.
Lunch
Yes.
is 2 hours. There's a nap in between. So if you have a job, I don't know how they pull it off, but
And then you have the wine,
it's all
that
about food.
pairing.
all about the wine.
All about the food. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Italy's like the most conquered country in the world, and they don't seem to mind, I guess, because people conquer them because they got good food. They're like,
Yeah, come on in. We'll cook for you. Yeah,
ciao.
As long as there's good
Exactly.
food, it makes everything a little easier, right?
It's like, oh, you gotta conquer my ciao.
So we're going to try and do this cannoli thing now also.
Awesome. Well, let's get that ready. We're going to go to a quick break, and we will be right back with some cannoli making with Miss Susan. So stay tuned. You're watching Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Anniston.
Good morning, everyone. We have a beautiful day ahead of us. The temperatures are getting up to 70 degrees and we'll have sunny skies with no chance of rain. Then tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 68 and a 10% chance of rain. And then on Friday, the temperatures will be 65 degrees for the high. We will have a 70% of showers. So everyone enjoy today and tomorrow. I'm Lacey Klontz with your TV24 weather.
Hey everyone, I am here with Ed Pyle, General Manager at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Ed, why should someone stop by here when they are looking to make a car purchase?
To give us the opportunity to show you the new management team here at Greenway, and also give you the opportunity to meet some of the sales associates that we have. Experience maybe something with the service department. Also, we have a large parts department. We have a lot of different things here at Greenway that we can offer. Come see us today at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
You need strength, resilience, and hope to face life challenges. And I found all three at Gaston State Community College. I'm Jada Pickens, an office administration student at Gaston State's Ayers campus in Anniston. Along with attending classes, I work full-time. Life is very demanding. There's a real sense of support at Gaston State. The faculty and staff care about us as individuals and want us to thrive in the classroom and in life. Thank you, Gaston State, for giving me the wings to fly to new, unexpected heights.
Hi, Jake, Regional Vice President of LSI Staffing. LSI Staffing is a privately owned and family-operated business that was established in 1986. We specialize in commercial, light industrial staffing, warehouse, manufacturing, production, and assembly. If you're a company in the area looking for a new staffing partner, we'd love to talk to you. If you're an employee looking for a great job that offers benefits day one and competitive pay, come see us. Once again, you can find us at www.lsistaffing.com.
I'm Lacey Klontz with your WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95 Second News Update. There is an update to the accident that occurred on Sunday afternoon. Following a tragic accident in the vicinity of Highway 202 and Bynum Boulevard, the Oxford Police Department has released details regarding the incident. Per the Calhoun Journal, Captain Daniel Phipps of the Oxford Police Department confirmed that the traffic homicide unit was summoned to the scene to initiate an investigation. The accident, which occurred Sunday, resulted in one fatality and left 3 individuals injured, all of whom are minors. While specifics regarding the cause of the accident are yet to be disclosed, authorities are committed to conducting a thorough inquiry into the matter. Negotiations between the Alabama House and Senate on gambling legislation are expected to continue as the second half of the 2024 legislative session began on Tuesday. The constitutional amendment, HB 151, passed in the Senate on March 8th with 1 vote to spare over the necessary 21-vote threshold by a margin of 22 to 11. Accompanying enabling legislation, HB 152, passed by the same margin. Sports betting, online gambling, or other non-PCI new casinos aren't included in the Senate's amendment like the House's version. Any new compromise legislation that included sports betting or additional Class 3 gaming would likely face an uphill battle in the Senate. And in sports, silly season for the NFL is in full effect with many key players being traded. The Baltimore Ravens have signed RB Derrick Henry to a 2-year, $16 million deal worth up to $20 million with $9 million guaranteed. Tune in to WEAC TV24 tonight for more local news at 5. For WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95.1, I'm Lacey Klontz.
Welcome back to Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Anniston. We are so happy to have you joining us on this Oven Odyssey Wednesday. Woo-hoo! Oven Odyssey, if you are looking for any catering needs, give them a call. They are very happy to help you, and you will not be disappointed. And right now is proof of that. I am enjoying this delicious carbonara. That's what we're calling. We've switched places. So we have Chef Dave at the table enjoying some of this delicious creation, and Miss Susan is back there making us some cannolis.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm excited to find a stool. I've never sat down.
Yeah, no, you haven't joined us at the table. Here, welcome to the table.
I feel like a big shot over at the table.
Well, you are, and this is absolutely delicious.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how to make pasta like this, and it seems so simple, but yet I might make it too difficult.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do this egg yolk thingy next time I do pasta.
And you know, so many dishes that we do here in America have pasta dishes are just so cream heavy. They're thick, they weigh you down. This is a lighter dish. Still satisfies that creamy texture. The eggs kind of smooth it all out, and you know, you put a great cheese in there.
And that is something, is grating your own cheese and getting a good quality cheese.
Absolutely.
Is really important.
You know, another thing that Susan will tell you, I'm a bacon snob. I like good bacon. I like thick bacon. You need a thick cut for this. This is traditionally made with pancetta or another cured pork product. Bacon's just so easy to find. So, but do spend the extra couple of bucks. Get good bacon, good thick cut applewood or
Smithfield, we tend
Smithfield.
we go towards that, or actually Sam's Club, their bacon is really good. It's nice and thick, and you get a lot of it, and we buy that often.
So you want thick bacon?
I like a thick cut, absolutely all the time.
And the cheese too, go ahead and spend the money that you need to on the cheese so that you're getting a good product.
But you use goat cheese.
Well for you.
Well, I use, this is Pecorino Romano.
Pecorino Romano.
It is a goat cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano is the traditional cheese for this dish. That wasn't in the fridge, so this is...
It is so delicious.
Okay, so I'm going to try and put together the dessert for you to go with this. I'm making cannoli. And I have shells already cooked because I don't know if we're going to have time to pull that off. And pre-cooked shells are available on the market. You can find them at a prissier grocery store. Wally World doesn't have them, but Publix probably does. So that takes out that one step here that really is the most complicated part of the whole recipe. I'll give you briefly what we're going to do to make the shell. Is we start with this unbleached all-purpose flour, and this is actually bread flour, which kind of makes the dough be spongier than just a regular unbleached all-purpose flour. But that is 1 3/4 cups of that flour, and then you put 1.5 tablespoons of sugar in there and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to work this butter into it. You can do this with a food processor, but you can do all of this without a food processor too, with no additional, nothing fancy.
So is that salted or unsalted butter?
It is unsalted butter, and it's a little warmer than usually you would want to work with, but that's okay. We'll make this work. And I use a little pastry cutter is the way that, and you work this in with the pastry cutter like you are making biscuits for people that make homemade biscuits. For people that have no idea what I'm talking about, use the food processor. That's okay. And you pulse it in, and you work it all in there. And then it calls for Marsala wine. I'm not buying Marsala wine to do a cannoli recipe, so I've got grape juice. And just let me say this about the grape juice is that had I been thinking, I would not have purchased purple grape juice. I would have gotten a white grape juice because it makes the cannoli shells come out darker. This looks like it might be a little bit overcooked. It's not. It started out a little bit purple, and so it turns out a darker. And you can see on the inside that they're a little bit purple, but that's okay too. And so this is a 1/3 cup of the grape juice I'm going to put in. And then I'm going to work all that together into what is called a hairy ball. I'm going to knead it just a little bit, but it's not going to be all nice and glistening and perfect. And then I'm going to cover that up and let it rest for at least 30 minutes. Why does it need to rest? Because the recipe says so. It has to do with the glutens. You want the glutens to kind of get activated in this, whereas in some other things you don't want to overwork a dough and make it rubbery because of the gluten. So there's that, and here's what our finished product that we have all done there. And so we're going to concentrate on the stuff that goes inside, which is really super good. And what I've got here is powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar. And then I've got 16 ounces of ricotta cheese that has been drained. And it's important that you get as much liquid out of the ricotta as you can before you work with it, because you don't want for your cannoli to get mushy. You want the shell to stay nice and crunchy. And so you want to drain as much out of there as you can. I don't recommend using cheesecloth. I tried that. It's disastrous. You lose a lot of cheese. And so just use paper towels, not something that's going to shed into your stuff. But paper towels will work fine. You put it in the bowl, the ricotta cheese in the bowl on top of the paper towels, and roll it over a few times and get some more paper towels and keep doing that. It took about 6 half sheets of paper towels to get this the way I want it to be. And so I've got the confectioner's sugar. It's got a little bit of cinnamon in it. This is 3/4 of a cup of confectioner's sugar with about a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon in it. That's going to give the filling a little bit of flavor. And in that goes, and I brought remember I said this is like a tool that everybody needs in their kitchen, spatula. Get all this stuff out
The
of there.
$1 million spatula.
Yep.
Is it silicone?
Yes. And over time, if you have spatulated everything and scraped all of that mayonnaise out of the jar and you know, all of that stuff, if you have not wasted as much as you waste when you don't use a spatula, there's some static electricity in here. If you've not wasted that, you will have saved yourself $1 million. So here's a strong spoon. We're just going to work this right in. All you do is kind of just stir this in, get the confectioner's sugar all mixed in with the ricotta cheese.
So you said strong spoon. So you're using a metal spoon, I think, right?
I am.
So chef's recommendation between wooden spoons and metal spoons.
Chef likes wooden spoons.
This particular thing is going to leave too much junk on the wooden spoon. I don't want to use a wooden spoon for this. Really about the only time I'm using a wooden spoon is when I am making banana pudding, if I'm making a custard, because I'm going to continue to stir and heat the custard until it begins to stick to the wooden spoon, and then I know my custard is ready for the banana pudding or for the homemade ice cream or the whatever it is that you are doing that requires a custard.
Yeah, you know, wooden spoons are so often recommended for so many dishes, and I appreciate that, and I use them, but metal spoons are so much easier to clean. Lazy chef tip.
And so I'm going to put some of this into a piping bag that has a really big piper on the end. It's like a flour thing. It doesn't really matter. You just want it big enough so that your stuff's going to come through it. And I'm going to put part of it in here and just leave this plain. And then I've got some mini chocolate chips that I'm going to put in the rest of this. I like it plain. It's nice because it's not plain because it's got the cinnamon in there and the confectioner's sugar. But we'll add some chocolate chips to the bowl here. Here you are.
Those were invented by the Scots, by the way, piping bags. The old legend has it that a nobleman was very irritated at his piper, so he took all the drones and the pipes off the bag and he filled it with junk. And the piper was like, "This is terrible," and he started squeezing it out, and the chef was standing by, and he goes, "Oh, that looks like I could use that."
Did you just make that up?
I did just.
We have to go to a break real quick. Y'all stay tuned, and we're going to fill those cannolis when we get back from a break. Again, stay tuned. You're watching Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Good morning, everyone.
Because I would have
We
thought
have a beautiful day ahead of us. The temperatures are getting up to 70 degrees and we'll have sunny skies with no chance of rain. Then tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 68 and a 10% chance of rain. And then on Friday, the temperatures will be 65 degrees for the high. We will have a 70% of showers. So everyone enjoy today and tomorrow. I'm Lacey Klontz with your TV24 weather.
Hey everyone, I am here with Ed Pyle, General Manager at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Ed, why should someone stop by here when they are looking to make a car purchase?
To give us the opportunity to show you the new management team here at Greenway, and also give you the opportunity to meet some of the sales associates that we have, experience maybe something with the service department. Also, we have a large parts department. We have a lot of different things here at Greenway that we can offer. Come see us today at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
I'm Lacey Klontz with your WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95 Second News Update. There is an update to the accident that occurred on Sunday afternoon. Following a tragic accident in the vicinity of Highway 202 and Bynum Boulevard, the Oxford Police Department has released details regarding the incident. Per the Calhoun Journal, Captain Daniel Phipps of the Oxford Police Department confirmed that the Traffic Homicide Unit was summoned to the scene to initiate an investigation. The accident, which occurred Sunday, resulted in one fatality and left 3 individuals injured, all of whom are minors. While specifics regarding the cause of the accident are yet to be disclosed, authorities are committed to conducting a thorough inquiry into the matter. Negotiations between the Alabama House and Senate on gambling legislation are expected to continue as the second half of the 2024 legislative session began on Tuesday. The constitutional amendment, HB 151, passed in the Senate on March 8th with one vote to spare over the necessary 21-vote threshold by a margin of 22 to 11. Accompanying enabling legislation, HB 152, passed by the same margin. Sports betting, online gambling, or other non-PCI new casinos aren't included in the Senate's amendment like the House's version. Any new compromise legislation that included sports betting or additional Class 3 gaming would likely face an uphill battle in the Senate. And in sports, silly season for the NFL is in full effect with many key players being traded. The Baltimore Ravens have signed RB Derrick Henry to a 2-year, $16 million deal worth up to $20 million with $9 million guaranteed. Tune in to WEAC TV24 tonight for more local news at 5. For WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95.1, I'm Lacey Klontz.
Welcome back to Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here at Greenway. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it is Oven Odyssey Wednesday. Yes, I say that with so much excitement because I just experienced a delicious pasta dish. Thank you so much, Chef Dave, and it seems so easy. Y'all make sure to share it and try it and let us know how yours turns out. And now we're all about cannolis. Miss Susan's back there. I have learned that baking, it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of following recipe and measuring. It's really important, whereas in cooking you can kind of have a little bit more flexibility with the recipe.
You can do a little more ad-libbing with the art of cooking and rather than with the science of baking, but this filling for your cannoli, you can do anything you want. You can chop up some maraschino cherries and put it in with the ricotta mixture. Whatever it is that you think you like with something sweet, you can do that. You can take some confectioner's sugar with some cocoa in it and use your and sprinkle it on top of them. This is the form that you use to wrap the dough around to make the shell. Okay.
Looks like a tailpipe off a motorcycle.
There you go. That would be a big cannoli shell, but that would be okay. That would work all right. And so cannoli is actually plural, is what I learned, but we always call it cannoli. I don't guess there's ever one cannoli.
So what's the singular?
Canola.
Canola.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds too much like the oil.
I did not make that up. Unlike the piping, I did not make that up. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do some filling here. We're going to take the shell, and this is the one that I just cut the tip off of. You can use a bag, any plastic bag, probably not a garbage bag, that would be way too big, but a plastic storage bag, a quart bag or a gallon bag, and we're just going to just squeeze in this. It's got the mini chocolate chips in it, and don't, that can happen. Dang
this
it.
is the fun part for the kids too.
Yeah, getting to fill the cannoli.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
that
like
would
I'd
be
have my hands all up in
fun.
that. Okay, and so that's not really supposed to happen, but that's okay. Let's get you over here.
I'll
If I
still
break
eat
it, I'm
it.
gonna eat it anyway.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
you know, we got spoons, and so we can work that right out. That is not a problem. I brought some chopped pistachios as a choice for
Yum.
what you might want to
love
have on the
pistachios.
outside of your cannoli.
Oh, look.
It says use unsalted ones. That doesn't make any sense to me. These are not unsalted. And here's the filling without anything in it, so you can be a little creative and make like Purdy. And we can put some mini chocolate chips, just dip this right down into the container with mini chocolate. Maybe it won't fall apart this time.
So,
I think I
so
have
if your filling's a little thin, how could you thicken it?
Put some more powdered sugar in it. You know, there's no such thing as too much powdered sugar, I don't think.
I agree.
And that will thicken it right up. I actually have
like
some
garlic.
of
That
that.
was a good question. I have a hard time thinking of questions because all I think is I want that over here.
When
so
do we get
I
to
can
eat that?
try
That's the
it.
best
Yes.
question. When are we going to eat that?
When are we going to eat
Yeah,
it?
so that's all pretty simple. And yes, I got it all bagged up now, so I'm not going to add some more powdered sugar. But that's the solution there. And you know, as long as it's still thin enough to go through the bag, then everything's cool. If you do a better job of attaching it to the sides of the shell, then that works too, that it's not going to fall out as freely. And so to this mix, you really can, like I said, add anything you want. One of the variations was to use, I've got some vanilla beans, and one of the variations was to put the beans from one pod into the mix. And so I'm going to try that next because that'll give it a rich vanilla flavor. Vanilla is just a very versatile spice, liquid, the extract, the paste, the beans. You can put a little bit of vanilla in anything that you cook, and it's going to give it just a little bit of rich, a little bit of smoke, if you will. And I mean, you wouldn't want to put a whole bunch in there, but just a tad, and some vanilla beans in this would be delightful. We will absolutely do that at my house.
A lot of Caribbean recipes have vanilla in it. Not just desserts, but course
Drinks
dishes.
too.
Yes. It's like adding, I can't think of the name of the spice right now. What is it that makes it that? Because you snuck this spice into something.
Nutmeg
and
is another
there you
one
go,
of those
nutmeg.
spices,
Nutmeg
yeah.
is one that you wouldn't really think about necessarily that you would put in something besides
meat sauce.
a cookie. Yes.
Really?
You put nutmeg in meat sauce?
I'm not a fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
But
so,
you can.
and you don't want to put
A lot of
very
people do.
much. Nutmeg is pretty spicy. It's a little strong for me. It does well in pecan pies and fruit cakes, but you want to do not a whole bunch of that in anything.
It can overpower a dish. For sure.
Easily, it can very easily overpower a dish. And so just go back to the shells for just a minute and let me talk a little bit more about that. Once I've got the butter worked in, and then I put the grape juice or Marsala wine in there, it's 1/3 of a cup. And then if my stuff is still a little bit too thick, if it's not coming together, I can put a little bit more of that grape juice in there, or some water, or some vinegar. You don't want to get carried away more than like a teaspoon of vinegar, but that's going to change the flavor of the shell just a tad. In the shells, you can also add cocoa. And just a little bit. You don't want for the shell to win the race against the ricotta cheese, because the filling is really the star here. But the shells are necessary and the hardest part of this whole thing, actually. But practice makes it work just fine. I have found that in making these cannoli shells that you have to roll it out thinner than a recipe will tell you. Recipe said 1/8 of an inch. That's going to make a cannoli shell that is way too fat. It's not going to get crunchy like we want for these to be. And so there he goes with the plate of only 3
He's taking the
cannolis.
cannolis.
Look see, there's only 3 on there.
Leave the gun, take the
Made off
cannoli.
with the pistachios.
Which one do you want?
Oh,
All of them. He wants all of them.
I'm gonna. Well, you probably want the one with the chocolate
I
chip.
do.
can
On
take
this one
the
right
whole
here.
dish,
By all means.
bag and everything.
I'm not a pistachio guy, so I'll take the one without
There
the
you go.
pistache.
Hey, we got to make sure to talk about the farmers market.
Yes, oh yes, farmers market.
Yeah, tell
Can
us
we do
about it,
that?
John. Yeah, I'm going to have a bite
Starting
of this.
April 6th at the Jacksonville Public Safety Center, 911 Public Safety Way, is the farmers market. Yeah, April 6th all the way through October 26th. That's 10 days before a very important date.
Yes.
April
Yes,
16th.
it is.
Election day.
Election day. 7 a.m. till noon. So come early. I've learned that going to farmers markets, you really want to get there earlier than later.
It's the real early bird gets the worm.
Truly, really
You're
does.
going to get the best of the best.
It's more active. It just seems to be the best time to go. So this is the farmers market every Saturday from 7 a.m. till noon, starting April 6th at 911 Public Safety Way. This particular farmers market last year, #1 farmers market in the state, area, region, what?
Aniston Star.
Aniston
readers
Star.
voted.
So in the entire United States,
Absolutely.
the best
in the
farmers
county,
market
really. It's
in
a
the
county
world.
thing.
And
Yes.
we will be there.
Yes, and Chef
Yes.
Dave and Susan will be there. Oven Odyssey table, and I learned something else from Susan, that to be a farmer's market, you have to have 70% of your vendors, like vegetables, farmers, those kind of things, and only 30% jewelry and crafts and that kind of stuff. So this one is a really good traditional farmer's market. So be sure to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you're over 60 and have a relatively low income, you can apply for the senior nutrition farmers market discount thing. It's not a discount. It's like a food stamps card. It's $50 that you can get, and you can use that to buy vegetables, honey, or cut herbs at the farmers market.
Where do you apply for that?
Online at the county extension. Go to the state extension office.
Okay,
and-
county extension located in the county admin building.
But you need to go to the website, to the state website, to apply for that
Okay.
card. And
they send it in the mail, and you just carry it with you to the farmer's market?
They do, and you do. And not everyone at the farmer's market takes that card, but we will take the card, and I encourage you to do that. The income level is not extremely low, and so you might be surprised that you are actually eligible and qualify for that, and that's an important thing. And the certified farmers market accepts those cards pretty widely. So we'll be there
Fantastic.
You want
I'll
to
be
try
there too.
cannoli,
with
Eduardo?
vegetables and fruits. We grow. I have a garden. Yeah.
We grow things.
Fruits and vegetables will be there.
Not just chickens.
Well, time flies when we're having fun, and Oven Odyssey Wednesday, we always have so much fun. So thank you, Chef Dave. Thank you, Miss Susan. I can't wait to dig into this cannoli. I'm going to wait till we're off camera, but I'm looking forward to it. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. We're going to have our friends from Gadsden State in visiting. So, yeah, and we wish you all a great day, and cheers. Wish I could share this with you, but I'll let you know how it is. Cheers. Thank you again for tuning in to Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Make sure you follow Oven Odyssey on Facebook and reach out to them with all of your food needs. So have a great day, and again, thanks for tuning in.